revival. I'm in the building.
Let's
go.
Live with the revival.
Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Speed the genius.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, fellas. Come on.
I like that.
Okay.
And of course, my brother, the big cojones. He's amazing, trailblazing, the humor god himself. LFAs.
I guess I got to do this every time now. Spirit expected it. Yeah. All right. I'll stick with it.
You got to do it now, bro. It is what it is. And shout out to you. Yes, you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support. Don't forget we're on Spotify. Don't forget we're on iTunes. We're everywhere where you want to be. Is that American Express or Visa? I don't know. I got that from somewhere. I got that from somewhere. But guys, really quick, man, what a weekend. Let's just go around the room. We got to get people in here because the numbers are going up. Let's get people a little more warmed up and acclimated because we got two very special guests in the building. One's a first-timer. First time's always fun, they say. So let's go around the room, man. How was y'all weekend? I'm going to start with Mr. Glass Half Full. How was it, brother?
Hey, man, it was my anniversary on Saturday. So me and the wifey, we went to Princeton. Had ourselves a beautiful night. Got to watch college football at the end of the night. And then we capped it off with a Giants win. What better way to end the weekend than that? We don't get that very often. So this boy's happy. This guy's happy, man.
I like it. I like it. Hef.
Yeah, man. Damn happy with the Giants. I don't remember anything else that happened this weekend because the Giants won. And anybody else, you just have a little bit more energy during the week, man. I can watch Sports Center. I can do things that I enjoy watching sports on TV now because they're going to talk positive about my team. It just changes the whole week. And now you're looking at the season like, well, So this is a good week and a perfect week to have these guests.
Listen, guys, my week is actually great right now because we got two very special guests. Hefe, please cue me in. Let's do this. Let's have some fun.
Come on.
Guys, if you don't know, now you know. This guy has been the voice for 30 years in the Giants community, calling the play-by-play. No one's going to get the rookie out of Marshall.
That's the best.
That's goddamn one here. Guys, he's also a part of the Believe Network with Carl Banks and his own show. And don't forget, he's also part of the Manja cast there with our guy, Chris the Bizignano from the Giant Insider. Guys, if you don't know, now you know. We're very special guests in the building, Mr. Bob Papa. Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause.
All right, guys. Good to be here, man. This is awesome. Huge fan. I thought I followed you guys, but you follow so many people, and the people that you follow like retweet it, and then one day I just realized I don't even follow you guys. But I found out about you guys from my father. Believe it or not.
Your father?
My dad, who's 88.
Oh my God!
A couple of years ago, like he's always on like BBI, but he's always looking for like funny stuff. And we were like big Vic DiPotetto fans, like when he would do those rants. I mean, and Vic's a great dude. And my dad saw one of your skits, and he's like, he goes, Robert, these guys are hilarious. So I started checking it out, and it's like you don't curse, you kind of use like subtlety to what you're doing funny wise, and it's a lot of fun. So it's pretty cool, and I love the handle of Tito's. Giants fans have needed a carton of Tito's for the last 10 years.
That's crazy. Never in my life did I think Bob Papa's father would have anything to do with my life.
Look at that.
Here we are. And just so you know, it's the same handle of Tito's. Like, it's not like I go through a handle every week. I could
watching
be.
some of these games. You could be.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
somebody asked me that seriously. Then I had another friend be like, "Dude, you're not like really pounding vodka this much, are you?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's a prop. I mean, it's real vodka. Don't get me wrong, but it's just for the show. I'm not drinking it Tuesday afternoon at 1:00 when I record these usually."
Listen, I will be, but listen,
Usually.
guys.
Let me ask one more question.
Yeah.
So, how long does it take you guys to write the bits? How do they originate? And I saw you did the outtakes where you were having problems saying Mr. Glass half full that you were 60 and the whole thing with the end of the phone call. But I'm like, where do the ideas come from? And then how long does it take to put it together?
Man, Jeff, you're the pro, so you tell them.
Well, like for the Giants sketches, it takes like a half hour to write, and it comes from Giants Twitter. Just seeing all the conversations out there, and then I just can fit it into each character so that all the viewpoints are represented. And then I add my sense of humor and some Tito's on there, and you got a sketch. But like for the baseball ones, Spiro writes Mr. Glass Half Full here. He writes 90% of that. He's the guy. He brings that all to the table, and I just put little touches on it. But he's the brains behind all the baseball sketches. And
all in all, it takes about a half a day to get it edited, scripted, filmed, the whole nine. But we love this, and this is what we want to do for.
I say this, hey Bob. I go in there one time, and we go to each other's houses to kind of film, and we go to Hefe's house, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm writing a script now." We're like, "Dude, we got like 5 other sketches to do today." He's like, "Dude, I'm just writing a script now with this baseball," and they pound this out, and it probably took them about 15 minutes to write the one that I was there filming at that time. And I was just like, man, it takes you guys this quick to come up with something, and then to edit it is probably the longest time, but they're really quick at producing some sketches and etc. These two guys are absolute geniuses when it comes to that. Me, I'm not a funny guy at all. You just tell me what to say. Just tell me what to say.
You're the big personality.
He's the host. He's the A Mike. He carries it, man. He carries the whole thing. No, me and Spiro could not do intros the way he does. Like you could tell the second you come on this show that energy is there, and that's all Eli for sure.
Appreciate you. I'm good for something there, Bob. Hold on, Bob. Just real quick.
Yeah,
I just read that first.
Real quick. This is my buddy TK, and this is a true story because our friend Bob, ever since he became a dad like 9 years ago or something, he's been Bob Papa in TK's phone ever since. So you've been famous in our friend group for a long time.
I mean, at least he didn't give me the Bloomberg Bob Papa.
Guys, we have another special guest in the building as well. We got to bring him on before we get, because we got a lot of questions for Mr. Papa here. So we're going to bring in our guy here, which you guys should know, but cue me in, brother. Cue me in.
Oh, we need some more music. Let's do it.
Oh, my gosh, because he deserves this too. Guys, just to let you know, this is our brother. Chris the Christmas in that giant. No, I'm kidding. Listen, I'm kidding.
You mean Jerry's not coming on?
Yeah, Jerry's not What the heck? Yeah. But of course, our brother, guys, if you don't know now, you know he's in that locker room. He's talking the day ball. He's on the field, not only dapping us up and making us feel bigger than what the heck we are. This guy gives us every ounce of his energy when he sees us, and also to the Giants community. Guys, if you don't know, now you know. Chris, the Biz Ignato, the Giant
Let's
Inside.
go. Let's go, Chris.
I was like, he's going to kill me later for that. Biz, what's going on, brother?
I'm just, boys, but first off, what's going on, brother?
What's up, going Chris?
Number two, I'm just watching my manager keep his big boy in the game at 117 pitches as opposed to another manager. Another manager who yanked his starter after 100 pitches.
Too soon, Is it too soon?
By the book, Boone. Let's listen.
They buzzed down from the Cashman Batcave, and the analytics said you got to get out. Despite the fact that Weaver had a 9.34 ERA in September, but let's go with the hot hand. There.
Unbelievable, bro! One time with your brain in your heart, Boone.
Exactly.
Oh, I love this. Everybody's firing off here. This is good. What a start!
I love it. And Boone is terrible. Shout out to Bartley. But really quickly, guys, of course, we got a stacked show. Let's get right into it, man, because Bob Pop is the first time he's been on New York Revival. So, Bob, people been living under a rock, man. Please let the people know how'd you get started. How did you get along? Get that call from the Giants to come in there and be this voice for over 30 years or close to 30 years?
Well, I grew up pre-cable. I'm a little older than you guys. So, we actually had to listen to the games on the radio because they weren't even always on TV. And so I listened to the Knicks games on Saturday night and the Rangers when they were home on Sunday night. And the Knicks would be on TV on Friday night on Channel 9. And sometimes the Giant games weren't on TV. So we had the radio that was always in the house, tuned to WNEW AM. And I just fell in love with play-by-play. I mean, I went to Fordham, great radio station. So many guys got their starts there. I was a finance and marketing major. My father said, hey, if you want to major in communications, you got to pay for it yourself. I said, how does finance and marketing sound? But working at that station, and then Marty Glickman took me under his wing, and I was his backup on Seton Hall play-by-play, which got me into WNEW AM. And Richard Neer, remember FAN had started, they had this show called The Sports Connection, which really fit in great with all the Sinatra music. But that was the home of the Giants. So I started doing the pre and the post game and filled in for Jim Gordon in 92 and 93. And then I got the full-time job in 95, but I've been there since 88.
Hey, man, 30 years. God bless you. Congrats on that big number right there, Bob. I want to ask you now. So you've been talking in front of millions and millions of Giants fans for 30 years plus at this point. Now you're starting to make the transition a little bit. Not transition, but you're starting to add to that. You add to your repertoire with the podcast, 2 podcasts, Manja and Believe in Giants. 2 great co-hosts, mind you. We got our boy Chris and Mr. Carl Banks. I mean, the best there. But what is the biggest difference, and what kind of hurdles do you have going from talking on the radio to millions and then going to podcast world? Is there any difference? Any hurdles that you see going through that?
Well, I mean, I started a thing, and it still lives on bobpapa.com or whatever. I started a thing called the Papa Cast about 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. And I had a Papa Cast golf cast, and which I did. And, it was just kind of hard to get traction, but I always liked the podcast format because doing the post game show, because I started the Giants Point After on WNEW back in 1988 and then the Tailgate Show in 89. But, there's commercial breaks and they're long and they gotta pay for the time to do the shows. So I like the podcast format. And, when Believe approached Carl and I to do a Giants one, it was kind of cool because we get to talk about things and not worry about commercial breaks and stuff like that. And I love to cook. So I started the ManjaCast Biz, and I started that one. I'll tell you how we started that one. I was at my son's flag football tournament in Orlando. I'm driving home the weekend of the NFC and AFC championship. It's the day of. And I called Biz and I'm like, hey, dude, why don't we just go on YouTube, start a channel today, and let's just talk while the game's going on. We can't show it. And we started talking through the NFC championship game, and all of a sudden we had 4,000 live viewers. Nice. And the audience stayed with us. We're eating on the air. We're drinking wine. We had Charlie Weiss come on during the AFC championship game, and we got to 8,000 live viewers with no promotion that stayed with us through the end of the AFC championship game. We're like, I think we're on to something here.
Yeah.
And that's how the ManjaCast was formed. We did one last night from here at the Giants. Chef Angelo Basilone, the head chef for the Giants, made a carbonara for us. Best carbonara I've ever had in my life. Yeah. So Biz and I enjoyed that. Biz grated all the cheese while the guanciale was cooking. So it's a lot of fun. So it gives you an opportunity to do things like that. And I cook on the ManjaCast on most shows. Whatever the guest wants, I'll make on the show. Like we had Michael K on, so I made chicken parm for him. That's what he likes. And, we've made different dishes. Like whatever the guest's favorite Italian dish is, I make it.
Oh, my God.
Look, it sounds like we need to go to Bob Papa or Chris.
I think we have to make a visit.
I think we got to make this happen. That sounds delicious.
Chris is angst right now.
I tell you, I had so many people come to me, fellas, and say, man, we didn't know Papa could cook. We didn't know he was a chef.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? It's been great because, obviously everybody knows Bob as the voice, right? The voice of the Giants. Yeah. But you know what? So many people see another side of him, with the cooking and all that stuff. And people have loved it, man. So many people have commented. I could be playing golf and a friend of mine be like, "Man, Papa really cooks that shit. He really makes that shit." I'm like, "Yeah."
Well,
I said the dudes, even dudes on the Giants, in the building, have been like, "Man, we didn't know Papa could cook like that." Right? So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun, man.
Listen,
yeah, and usually by the time the show's over, I mean, 3/4 of the way through a bottle of Dow Cabernet, so we get a little looser as the show goes on.
Very, very comfortable towards the end of this.
Cheers.
We were very loose from the from Antique Bar and Bakery restaurant in Hoboken that night. We were very loose that night.
Yeah, we did that one.
Yes.
And then I had to give
Just let
Joe
you know,
Shane
Biz. Okay,
I had to
get
give Joe Shane a shot because what did I make him? I made a penny vodka or something like for Joe Shane, and I'm like, what's your go-to or whatever? And he kind of gave me the, I like chicken, and I said, you are not, even though you've been here for a couple of years, you are not an honorary Italian if you're saying you want grilled chicken in your vodka sauce.
This is true.
If you don't have sausage or some kind of meat, and you're going grilled chicken, you don't get the Italian badge of honor.
That's facts. That's facts. And listen, Bob, just to let you know, 30 years on the air. A lot of people go, man, is there a retirement plan or a future like you see where you could go, you know what? I did all this years. I accomplished my goals. Time to ride off into the sunset. Is that in the future for you near, or is it like, hey, I'm keeping it going?
No, why would you give up that job? I mean, it's just so much fun. I've had a great seat to trips to Super Bowls. I wasn't there in '86, but I was there in '90 doing the pre and post and Super Bowl 35 and 42 and 46. And I got a 10-year-old son, so I got to keep working.
Understandable, definitely.
Not to mention, fellas, if you think he's leaving me, you're out of your mind.
You're like, don't even ask him. Don't even ask him that.
I just added about 15 years to his career. Are you kidding?
Let's go.
Longevity.
And my life.
And my
Let's go.
Bob, do you still get excited or nervous before games anymore? Like, it's still an exciting thing.
Absolutely.
The lights, right? You can't get totally used to that.
No, I mean, whether I'm doing a golf tournament, I did 12 Olympics for NBC. I did Notre Dame football on NBC. I did Super Bowls, NFL International TV. I did Thursday Night Football for 3 years. And till this day, I get nervous before I do anything live on radio or TV. I mean, it's like an athlete, right? Like how you manage your nerves, you could let it overcome you. I'll never forget when I did the season opener. It was Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. I think it was 2008. I was filling in for Tom Hammond, who was off doing the World Track and Field Championships. And I remember being on the field at Notre Dame Stadium, just standing on midfield. I'm like, holy crap, like I'm going to call this game today with Pat Hayden. And then I went up to the booth, and then you're getting the countdown. All right, 2 minutes to air. And, we're going to start with the Notre Dame run out and Notre Dame football, and you're going to read the billboards, and then you're going to come on camera. And I'd never been more nervous than that, even more nervous than when I did the Holyfield Douglas Heavyweight Championship pay-per-view. But I was like, holy cow, I'm here at Notre Dame Stadium. And you could really let it overcome you, but you got to be able to manage it. But like this past Sunday, I was nervous when we came on at the beginning. And, you always get a little bit nervous when you're doing it live.
I like that. That means you still care a lot. You didn't get nervous before this show, right?
Is it live?
Yeah, we're live, baby.
If it's not being recorded, I always get a little bit nervous because you want to make sure you say the right things, and you don't want to say something stupid, which I'm pretty good at doing. And it's like, how could you not get nervous? It's like a rush, man. It's an energy. It's like you're out there for everybody. It's live. It's right now. It's no different than doing a live telecast on Golf Channel. It's not at the same size audience, obviously, but it's live. There's no net. Like, there's nowhere to hide. Once you say it, and it's out there.
I love that. And I feel like if you get that feeling, that means you're doing something meaningful. That means you're making moves. You're still doing it, and it doesn't come across as nervous ever. So that's why I was curious. I'm like, after decades of doing it, you got to get comfortable, but you still get excited about it, which is cool to hear. So Eli mentioned it when he introduced you about the rookie Adam Marshall, that call. And I was the one that tweeted you a couple of weeks ago after the Dallas game saying it was so nice to hear that excitement in Bob Papa's voice again. as the Giants are scoring points and they're competitive. And that like we all felt that. Like you're the voice of the Giants. It reminds us of better days when we hear that higher pitch, when you get really excited. And like, do you have a call? This is kind of self-serving, but do you have a call that is your favorite of all time that you've been a part of or that you've done?
The Bradshaw one is a favorite. I would say there was no better feeling. It almost felt like the building was going to come down in the divisional playoff round when Ron Dixon returns the opening kickoff for a touchdown against the Eagles. Like it was, because it's easy to go Super Bowls, right?
Right.
I mean, that's easy. I mean, Lawrence Tynes' kick in Lambeau Field to win the 2007 NFC Championship game, that moment, that mayhem was pretty good. But like the Dixon one, I think two of my best calls was the Seahorn tip ball interception and then the Odell catch. I kind of nailed all of it as it happened live. I had the catch, I had the flag, and I had the touchdown. Whereas, TV wasn't sure, national radio wasn't sure, Cowboys radio wasn't sure. I feel like that one just kind of like it just happened, and I got every part of it right as it happened. So those are like some of my favorite ones.
Damn, classic. Now listen, I know we just became friends, but would you recreate what's this? Oh my God, we have the script right here.
Oh, there it is. This is live television, Bob. No pressure at all. Well, here's the script.
Now, I took out the yardage because I actually ran out of characters, and I kept the meat and potatoes of it. But
all right.
What do you think?
You want me to recreate it right now?
Right now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hey, listen, if you can't do it, we understand. Rip
it off, Pop. Rip it off, Pop.
All right, let's get it. Let me get into character. Let me get myself back to Buffalo where it rained, snowed, sleet, and hail all in one game. It was the craziest weather day. Wind was blowing 5,000 miles per hour early in the game, but now like the game's hanging in the balance. The ball's at the Giants 10. And you know that you're playing the undefeated Patriots next week. And like, dude, do you really want to go into that game having to beat them to try to secure a playoff spot? Let's kind of get this done right now against these guys. So that was kind of everything I'm feeling right now. They were going from left to right on your radio.
Yep.
So let's give it a shot. All right. Ball spotted at the Giants 10-yard line. Manning calling signals. Looks over the defense. Takes the snap. Hand off Bradshaw. Up the middle he goes. Finds a crease. It's a foot race. Nobody's going to catch the rookie out of Marshall. Ahmad Bradshaw. The rookie may have just run the Giants into the postseason. 90 yards. Touchdown, Giants.
Let's go.
I feel like we're back in time, right? I feel like we're back.
Oh, man. That meant a lot. That meant a lot to me. That was great.
That was incredible. I felt like it was back there again. That was incredible. Incredible. Thank you for that.
Hey, fellas, I can see the snow coming down, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, he set the scene. That was everything. That run was like, we're going to the playoff. That's what it really meant. So there was so much tension right before he breaks that off, and you nailed it. Oh, thank you.
It was a fun moment. I still get chills even when I see it, like on NFL Network, when they play the game. How about when they play Super Bowl 42, the game in its entirety? If you happen to stumble across it, I still am worried that Plaxico is going to drop the ball.
Yeah.
We all know he caught it.
It's still up in the air.
18 years. But every time I see it, I keep saying, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Oh, he caught it.
I know.
Everybody's heart stopped while that ball was in the air, and it felt like it was up there for 30 seconds.
Down, right?
I'll tell you, when the next time that the Giants played there was, I believe, was it 2008?
Yeah.
The next time they played in that stadium against Arizona, because that's when the Giants were kicking everybody's ass and Plaxico shot himself in the leg. And you know what I did? I went out on the field, and because where the Giants locker room, where we came out, but to get up to was the same because we were the visitors in that one. But then to get to the broadcast booth, you come out of that one tunnel there. And I came out of that tunnel and I actually went out on the field and I lined up exactly where Plexico lined up. And I did the little jab step like it was Ellis Hobbs and the little shake. And then I went to the end zone. And Eli was warming up, and he was just throwing the ball around with people, and he kind of looked at me, and he kind of gave me like a little pump. He didn't throw it, but like, I'm in my suit, and I made the move, and I knew they were jumping on the slant, and then I went to that thing, and I kind of did the Plexico like fade, but like leaning toward my back shoulder and like securing it. It was like so unbelievable.
You had your childhood moment right there. You had your little childhood moment right there. That's awesome.
Every one of us would have done the same thing.
Absolutely.
I was just kind of wishing Eli would have flipped the ball to me. That'd have been great. You know what? But if God forbid, I would have dropped it, it would have killed everything.
Yeah, right. The whole dream would have been gone.
You would have caught it, Bob. Come on, you would have caught it.
Listen, as long as Plexico caught it, that's what really matters.
Right. So, guys, really quick, let's catch up on a little bit of super chats because the Giants did win, and we got to go through that game, of course, with our special guest here. So, let's have some fun with this, man.
Holy shit! A super chat.
I'll give you a funny Dable story tonight. So Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights, because it's game plan night and they're going to be here all night. And other teams have done this, but they have a family dinner. So all the coaches and their families come in with all the kids and they sit down, they have dinner for about an hour. Chef Ange puts together a big spread and everybody's having fun and everything. So I see Dave, his family's getting ready to leave, and I say, "Hey, I got to ask you a question about Sunday." And he goes, "Why I decided to start dark?" And I'm like, no, that wasn't the question. I wanted to ask them why they went into the game with only two backs. But he hit me with a little quip. Like, "You going to ask me why I decided to start dark?" I said, "Yeah, that's pretty self-evident."
Yeah.
Right.
He made it clear he's very proud of that decision. He owned it from the second he decided to start him, and then every second after.
That's his boy, fellas.
Yeah.
Boy.
You said it all off season, Biz. You said it, man.
Guys.
Biz said it near the end of the spring when we were doing our podcast. Biz said, he goes, "Bob," he goes, "I'm telling you, Dart's going to be number 2. Dart's going to be number 2. This is Dable's guy.
Like him.
He's going to be number 2. You watch. Mark my words."
And then Papa was like, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, he's ramping him up to be number 2. He loves this kid." Hey, boys. So, boys, what'd you think? I mean, tell us what you think.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
We want to hear what you think. What did you think about Jaxson Sunday afternoon?
Yes, we're going to get into Giants and Biz. Thank you. We're excited to have Bob here, and that's why we're giving Bob all this. Let's get into the Giants. But I thought, we want to hear from you guys too. But like, I was just the energy was so different, and like leading up to this game, it felt like we were close, but we didn't have those game-breaking plays. And then all of a sudden, they were happening, right? Like the Dexter Lawrence, like we haven't had that kind of game-changing play go our way in a long time. And I feel like the juice of the whole team was there. And I think he's the difference. And the energy that him and Scatabo bring are incredible. And the defense looked sharper. Everything looked better, even though it wasn't a perfect game. 100 yards, 111 yards passing. Who cares? Like if you watched the game, you saw the
no turnovers.
No turnovers. Huge. And his game speed is way faster than I expected. I don't, I said to these guys last week, I don't care what his 40 is, but his game speed is he's like I almost said a dart. Wow. But he's just, but when he decides to go, he's got legs and he's faster than I realized.
And you know what? The kid is smart. The one thing that caught my attention is when Dayball said Jackson Dart came to him and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have Theo Johnson sit instead of going in and catching a route," I believe it was, so he can flip him that touchdown pass that we saw there. So the fact that the kid is smart and that he can watch film and understand, "Hey, Theo, I want you to sit right there just in case something happens there, so I can just flip you the ball and you're going for the end zone." So the fact that kid has the smarts behind his ears as well, the brain there. He's a football.
I tell you what, guys, he's a football junkie. He's a football junkie.
Yeah.
And you want your quarterback to be a football junkie. And you see Dable, Dable told us Monday afternoon in a Zoom, or maybe it was after the game, but he was talking to us about how Jaxson was texting him late at night about red zone plays.
Yep.
And Dave says, "All right." Dave says, "Jack, come on, it's late. We'll get at it tomorrow. Go to bed." But so I mean, fellas, you know what? You want your quarterback to be thinking about red zone. I know it's selfish. Yes. But you want your quarterback to be thinking about red zone plays late Saturday night, right? Or Friday night, whatever the hell it was. So, but look, you know what? This is one of the most impressive things I got. Me and Bob talked about this. Me and Jerry talked about it in the inside of the wrap up. One of the most impressive things that came out of the locker room about Jaxson Dart Sunday afternoon, fellas, was this. I'm talking to Jermaine Illuminor. And I said, Jermaine, how was the operation from the beginning with Jaxson? What I meant by that was, how did he come in and out of huddle? How was he getting the plays in? How was the checks at the line? And all that stuff. And Jermaine goes, I tell you what. He goes, he settled us down up front right off the bat. I go, explain that, Jermaine. What do you mean by that?
A rookie's first start. And
Jermaine goes, you know what? I've played with rookies before, and they're always a little skittish, a little jittery. He goes, that makes, even though we're veterans, he goes, that'll make the offensive line a little bit like, oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? What's this kid? He goes, from the first snap, from the first time he came in a huddle in the first drive, he was so in charge, so calm, that he calmed us down. And that was, I know that hit me. You know, I was like, that was big. I mean, you got veterans up there, right, fellas? You got Jermaine, you got Johnny Runyon, even JMS is 38. He's somewhat like a veteran now. You got Greg Van Rote. These guys are veterans, man. Andrew's fourth year. These guys are veterans. And for Jaxson to come in and settle them down right from the beginning, I thought that was huge. I thought that was big.
And I'll tell you one more thing. Oh, sorry, Bob.
No. You go ahead.
The one play where, again, his back is on the end zone. He's scrambling, and most rookies, you're going to do something stupid there. He is just calm, cool, collective, telling Slayton, come back to me, and throwing the ball. And he's directing players. That's why I knew he had it. And I know this is silly. It sounds silly, but that guy knows how to play the quarterback position. There's some guys that are quarterbacks, but this guy, he looks the part, and he plays the part. He always looks under control, and I never felt like he was going to make a stupid mistake. Yeah, he held onto the ball sometimes. The rookie mistakes, that's going to happen, but he was always under control and never seemed panicked, and we saw that from the preseason. So I don't know what your thoughts are, Bob, but I felt comfortable the whole time.
Well, Charlie Weiss, who I did my show on Sirius with for a long time, and I've known him since he was the running backs coach with the Giants when he first broke in '89, and his son's the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss, and he's been touting Jaxson Dart to me for like 2 years, and he's just like, you don't understand like the leadership that this kid brings to the table. In this wild world of free agency in college football now, Jaxson Dart was recruiting guys to Ole Miss to try to get them to come and take the NIL money. He was loved by the defensive players on the Ole Miss football team. He has kind of like that Baker Mayfield Pied Piper they talk about, where some guys are just natural leaders. Now, will that translate into him being a Super Bowl winning quarterback? Well, the five of us sitting here are saying, please, please, please. Yeah. But there's a lot of intangibles that he brings to the table. And I remember Charlie Weiss saying to me too, he goes, listen, when this kid starts getting into people's buildings and they sit down and they meet him and they talk ball with him because he's just a gym rat kind of guy, he's going to turn a lot of heads, and there's going to be a lot of teams that become very interested in him because that's what you want your quarterback to be. And just like the anecdote of talking about texting Dable in the middle of the night or late at night, thinking about red zone plays, getting ready for his first start, that's where you want your quarterback to be. You want him to be completely engaged, and I think that's a really good sign. Listen, did he leave some plays out there? Absolutely. Did he take some sacks that I'm guessing 3 and 4 weeks from now he won't take? But it was a heck of a start for him. And the bottom line is, in your first start in the NFL, you don't turn it over. That is a win-win-win.
Huge. Because good defense too.
He aced every test, like the whole preseason. He looked great, and he's kind of checking every box. But now that it really counted for him to do that against a 3-0 Chargers team with the poise that he had is impressive. It's kind of like, well, the only thing he has to do is channel it, because you see him on that long run where he was looking for the smoke and like throwing his stiff arm, like dude, that's where a little more experience will teach him. Get down.
We hope.
Next play.
We hope.
Listen, this was something at Ole Miss, that this was a little bit of a problem at Ole Miss. It's like Lane and Charlie Jr., I mean, they like get down. He's got that competitive juice, but we don't want him to learn the hard way. right?
Right.
No.
We want them to learn the smart way, because you can't afford to have them come out of the game. You need them out there.
And in case anybody wants to know why Biz is on the edge of his seat right now, it's bases loaded for the Yankees. No outs. Biz is losing his shit. I see it.
Well, yeah, 3 straight singles.
Yeah.
To start the bottom
This
of
is
the
where-
ninth inning, and
This
John
is where
Carlos
Alex
up,
should have had
Here's
Whitlock
the
up.
lefty's pitch. High ball one.
Let's go. Let's go. You get the play-by-play. Let's go. So really quick, man, Biz, you were sitting there talking to Dayball, and he was like, "Man, Jaxson Dart's one tough SOB," and you was like, "Hey, yeah, I get he's one tough," and he cuts you mid-sentence. He was like, "He's one tough SOB." You know what I mean? So just tell me about that exchange and how fired up Coach Dayball
he was so. I mean,
Jaxson.
Dayball was fired up in that presser. You could see he was fired up.
Absolutely.
And
Come on, Biz, pay attention. I'll let you know when Chapman blows the lead.
He basically, he basically wanted to keep saying that, Jackson's tough. Don't be asking about anything else. He did his job. He's tough. He got his first title, all that stuff. And look, Dayball was fine. Dayball absolutely love him. He absolutely love. I mean, I saw Dayball go in the locker room. We were all clearing out, and he went up to him and he said something in his ear and he hugged him. So, look, he admires his toughness. Dayball knows he's got to get down. Look, they're going to work on that with him. But he was just so fired up for the kid. Like, he just didn't want to hear it. That's why he was like, well. He kind of cut me off and this and that. By the way, which I did grab him in the locker room later on and go, what was that? What was that about?
Yeah,
and he goes, no. He was still fired up, Dayball. He was so fired up for that win. So
you saw glimpses of like 2022 Dayball, that win in Tennessee in week 1, just that thing that made us all kind of fall in love with the guy as our head coach, that fiery, like he cares a hell of a lot, man. And it was good to see that at least.
I tell you what, Phil, was anybody at the game Sunday? Any of you guys at the game?
No, we're not.
I'll tell you what, man, when Jaxson went down the field in that first drive, I haven't heard the stadium like that in a long time.
I bet.
Yeah.
That place was right, Bob. That place was juice Sunday, man. When Jaxson went 90, what was it, Bob? 89 yards? What was it? 89
yards. Yeah, I mean,
89 yards.
It's
and
the first time since Mahomes.
Right.
Crazy. First time since Mahomes.
He finished it off with that keeper, man. That place went nuts.
Crazy.
So I got to ask you guys.
I mean,
so you guys
wire to wire. When the Giants last went wire to wire against a good team?
Never.
I can't remember.
It was during Nam, I think.
Guys, while they catch up on a baseball game, let's catch up with the super chats here.
Okay,
let's kind of go from there.
Yes,
Take a look at the game a little bit. Give them a little time.
One out in a baseball game.
Spiro, you're up first here.
All right, Tuto! Much respect to the Kings and the NYG podcast, NYR, Senor Papa, and all the diehard fans across the pond. Greetings from our entire team in Italy. Great W. Giants are ready. Let's go, Tuto. We love you, my man.
Appreciate you as always, Tuto. Thank you, sir. We got to cruise through this.
He is.
Bartlett, he is revivalist of the year. There's a reason. There's a reason why he signs off with that on every super chat. He's pretty much our main sponsor at this point. Can't believe of all nights you bring a Sox fan tonight.
Hey fellas, could we give a little props to Shane Bowen?
Hell yeah,
I think that's fair.
We're gonna get to it.
Because you know what?
You are correct.
Look, we've all been critical. I've been critical of Shane at times, but I tell you what, he had a hell of a game plan Sunday, and in the key situation, Shane sent 6 guys and said, "You know what? I'm not sitting back this week. I'm sending 6." And Brian, Brian Burns, who guys I absolutely love. I absolutely love.
Yeah.
With the big drop of Herbert, basically ended that game. So props out to Shane, man. He was aggressive when he needed it.
Listen, that's what we want to see. It doesn't have to be perfect every week, but you got to make adjustments. And if you're sitting back in obvious passing situations, it's going to make us lose our minds. Like, I love that he was aggressive there. Our strength are those pass rushers. So let them loose. Let them go. Love to see it. So
Dayball gave him the biggest hug, by the way, when he was done. Did you see Dayball give him like the biggest hug after that game?
Look, if you don't think these guys know what's going on, the chatter, the noise, they know what's going on. Okay, so Shane's been catching a lot of heat. Look, rightfully so after that big play in Dallas. The Jake Ferguson catch. But you know what? You also got to be fair, right? Yeah. And when he calls a good game and he mixed up, I like what he did. I like what he did Sunday. And then you know what? Even though you got the big 4 up front, Shane says, you know what? I'm going to go down swinging. I'm going to send 6 on this one. And it worked out for him. So
go down swinging. Screw it. You're against a 3-0 team. You got to be aggressive. You can't just sit back and watch a 3-0 team do what they do.
Yeah, and I thought Cordell Flott at the end of the game, had good awareness, right? Like, you don't need to go try to break the pass up. Don't draw a penalty, which would stop the clock. He's just like, all right, I'm going to just make sure I tackle this dude and he doesn't get out of bounds. He can catch it because the game's going to end right here. And I thought that was pretty good discipline by Flott at the end of the game.
That's beautiful. Agreed. You knew it was over as soon as he tackled him. Like, they got 4 seconds. It ain't happening. It's over. Loved it.
Hey, fellas, how about Tay Banks as a kickoff returner?
Maybe he found a role for my guy Tay.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. Pop, I think they should do it from now on.
Hey, Pop, tell him how close he was to busting one.
Yeah, Davis was telling me in the calf earlier. He's like, he goes, we just didn't get enough of one block. He goes, or he's gone.
Ooh.
He goes, he's fast. Now, I got to tell you an anecdotal story about this. So Banks and I are on the field. We're standing on the Giants sideline at about the 35-yard line. And the assistant special teams coach comes out. And one of the things that they do before the games is he'll, bounce some balls in as if the kickoff, is landing in the landing zone, having guys work on fielding it off the hop. So the Giants always warm up to the right of their bench, right? So at that point in time, especially late in September, the sun is bad at that point. It is right. Yeah, they won. I know they won.
Oh, this sucks. Unbelievable.
I don't understand why you don't pinch run for Goldschmidt once Giancarlo strikes out. Chisholm hit a ball deep enough that with a faster runner, you could have got the time running. Anyway, that's someone from the computer world said you can't take Goldschmidt out there. So anyway, so the assistant special teams coach is standing on the 15-yard line and he's throwing balls up in the air, and Tay Banks cannot catch the ball because the sun is killing him. Right. So I'm like, I say to Banks, I'm like, I don't think Tay Banks ever played baseball in his life. I mean, get your hand, hold it up to where the sun is, angle your body just a little bit, and now watch the ball. He couldn't do. The ball's hitting him off the chest. Oh. It's hitting him in the knee. And Dable walks over, and I see him talking to the assistant special teams coach. And he's like, no, he was doing great off the jugs machine. He goes, well, I'm watching him not be able to catch a ball from 15 feet. What are we doing here? Now, they did say to me that they knew that by the time this is 45 minutes before kickoff, this was at 12:15. So they knew once the game started, the sun's going to move a little bit more to the west, and it wouldn't be as big a factor. But Daves was like, hey, we're not going in. We're not receiving the kickoff going in this direction to start the game. Okay, or else we're not going with that. But sure enough, he made 2 clean catches and nearly took one to the house.
Yeah, that would have been huge for him.
Amazing.
We need to find a role for Tay because Tay, he didn't do exactly great on that one Herbert play. But listen, if he can find a role for him to get him some confidence. Hey, maybe we can use.
Wasn't totally his fault though. Was not totally.
Yeah, true.
I got an important question because my man Nabers. I'm trying not to dwell on how big a loss this is, and hoping even he can come back and be himself again, which is not a guarantee. So trying not to dwell on that, but let's focus on this season. Who do you see? Obviously, Slayton and Wandale are going to have bigger roles. Who do you see stepping in? Do you see the Giants making a move? Biz, we'll start with you. Do you think the Giants make a move to bring someone in, or are they just going to keep it in-house?
Well, I think they're going to keep it in-house for a few games. Me and Bob were talking this afternoon. I'll look for a little Jordan Humphrey elevation Sunday.
Yeah.
I think they'll give it a few, and then maybe they'll look outside. Look, you know what, guys? This is do or die. This is it for Jalen Hyatt. This is it for him. He's going to get snaps. He got 28 Sunday. He's probably going to get around that number, maybe more coming up. We'll see. But you know what? It's time for him, right, to step up. I mean, Jalen, this is it. I mean, Malik is down for the year. You're going to get more reps. This is it, brother. You got to step up to the plate a little bit, unlike the Yankees just did. With the bases loaded.
Oh, you're a son of a bitch.
Hey, what is it? They stepped up to the plate 3 times.
Did I say?
It just didn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Unlike you have to step up now and do something. And at the same time, the coach has got to scheme him in too. I'm sorry, they have to scheme him in and get him the ball too. So I think he played 28 snaps Sunday, not one target again. So we'll see how that works out.
But I think sweep or something.
I've been begging for that. Like I was begging for Like I was begging for the low red little shuttle pass that they did, for 4 weeks. I've been begging for that damn play. And so you know what? Let's get something going with Jalen. Get the ball in his hands. I don't care how you do it. The kid's got speed. When a kid has speed like that, you have to get. Let me ask you something. Bob, you too included, obviously. You think Andy Reid was a coach of Jalen Hyatt? He wouldn't get the ball in his hands once or twice a game somehow?
Of course,
probably, yeah.
Probably. We saw last year when Xavier Worthy started playing at the beginning of the year, he was getting the ball in his hands.
Kadarius Toney, he figured it out. Yeah,
even Tony, right?
But Jalen Hyatt's also got to win more, right? I mean, he's got to win more. So, when we were taping the TV show, the Coach Dable show this morning, and he kind of, I think it dropped. I think it airs on Thursday on MSG and everything else. But he had mentioned to us too. He goes, "Remember last year in those games that Nabers missed. Now, obviously, you're gonna not have him for the rest of the season. It's one thing to miss him for a couple games, but Slayton had some big games in Nabers' absence. He had a big game in Seattle. Let me take a look here at my note card. He had the big game in Seattle, and he had the 108 yards in that horrible loss in Pittsburgh. So they're kind of counting on Slayton to take on that Nabers role and kind of lead that group. I know they like Bo Collins because he's a better blocker than Hyatt, but you are going to have to be able to stretch the field. And listen, it's put up or shut up. I mean, the guy doesn't have a touchdown catch yet in the NFL. It's wild. Think about that.
It's crazy, man.
I mean,
it's wild.
Chris Manhurts has a touchdown catch in the time that Hyatt hasn't had a
Andrew Thomas has a touchdown catch.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get the sense that Hyatt's head is in the right place?
I forgot about that.
Do you get the sense that he's matured a little bit and his head is in the right place, or not with Hyatt?
I think he is. I think Russell Wilson did a really good job of pumping that kid up. And I think if Russell Wilson never plays another snap for the Giants, he had value to this football team. He added something. Oh, yeah. And I know Banks talks to Jalen Hyatt a lot, and Jalen, he's up. He's not down. He ain't moping around. Okay. So we'll see. I mean, he's going to get some chance. He's going to get a chance to make a play on a 50-50 ball on a deep ball, and he's got to win. He's got to win when that opportunity comes. And he didn't win in that preseason game against New England. Right. Two of them hit him off the shoulder, which was the weirdest thing in the world. It's one thing if it hits you in the hands and you drop it, but to miss it and then it hits your shoulder was like.
And he used to be good at tracking deep balls. He used to be good at tracking deep balls in Tennessee. That's the reason why we picked him up. And just I think it's nerves. I want to say it's nerves, but maybe now that he's got a little bit solidified playing time, you're not going to take him out for a snap, maybe. Hopefully that gives him a little confidence to go forward.
Yeah. We'll see because they're going to need something.
I was talking to somebody in an elevator after the game, coming back up in the locker room Sunday, and somebody mentioned that to me. You know what the biggest issue right now with Jalen is? I was like, what? He goes, confidence. The kid does not have any confidence. So, hey, but fellas, that's up to the coaching staff too to scheme him up and get that confidence going. I know it's Jalen, but in this league too, it's also scheming up guys, right? It's coaching.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So, now, really quick, guys, of course, we can't have these guys here all night, which we would love to. All right. We want to play a quick game here. And Papa, you're the first time on here. We did this with Chris, man. We did this already, but we're gonna play a little game with you. We did this with Madeline Burke. We did this with Kay Adams. We did it with a couple people. So I'll put you to the test, man. This game is what we call shots. Okay. What we do is give you two things.
Where's that Tito's?
You gotta say which one is your favorite. Right. There's your Tito's. Where's the Tito's?
My closet right there.
You gotta tell us which one is your favorite. One of them gotta be eliminated. But if you cannot answer the question, then hey guys, we drink for you. Don't worry. Usually you have to take a shot. We'll drink for you. Okay. So you get the rules of the game?
All right, yeah, I got to pick one of them.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I guess he could have just said that. I guess.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have. I gotta make it eventful here. But really quick, man. Favorite Super Bowl, 42 or 46?
46, 42.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was easy. Okay, that was easy. That was easy.
That's too easy. I mean,
Wait a minute,
they
Pop.
changed
You mean
history.
favorite Super Bowl he covered, or favorite Super Bowl
Favorite
period?
Super Bowl, period.
Oh, Pop.
42.
How about this? 90 or 42.
Man.
90 or 42. I would still say 42.
How do you
I
beat
mean,
that?
they were
Okay.
about to go 19-0.
Yeah. How do
Yeah.
you beat that?
42. 42's up there. Now let's do it. Spaghetti or ravioli?
I like ravioli better.
Oh,
Correct
all right.
answer.
He's
Correct
answering these
answer.
things pretty good. Now I'm
Correct
gonna make it
answer.
a little bit tougher for you.
Pasto's
All right.
ravioli too, Eli.
Really? Okay. That's great, by the
No,
way.
he doesn't.
You already
I'm
know. He
going-
doesn't know that, though.
I'm
He doesn't
going
know that, though.
Pasto's.
Yeah. Great place, by the way. Bob, you gotta let Bob know. But really,
Yeah, they
quick,
have
man.
They have one in Florham Park. I used to go
Really?
there.
Oh, so you already know the place is amazing. So absolutely, you see, every time we go to a little Staten Island talk here, me and the biz. Sometimes we
Now
do.
you got to take
Shout out
you got to take a second mortgage out on your house to shop there, but
Yeah. Trust me, I live it every day. Bob. Don't worry. But really quick, man, make it a little bit tough. To believe in Giants with Carl Banks or the Manja Cast. Mr. Biz Ignite.
Do we drink?
We drink
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, we drink
Yeah,
it.
answer it.
believe it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I believe in Giants.
Oh,
Because
wow.
believe in Giants.
Red Sox bet.
Believe in Giants is the cone in which all the Manja Cast falls under and everything
Yeah.
else. So that's like that was the starter. So that's
Gotcha.
the baby,
That's the umbrella.
right? That's the first one. It's the baby.
And
And,
you got a future in politics, my friend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Biz, how do you feel about that, Biz? Holy shoot. I thought we was going to drink for sure here.
Yeah. I'll be talking about that later with him. Let me tell you. No.
We just
Listen,
stirred the pot a little bit.
Him and Carl go back a long time, man. They're like cousins, man. They go back a long time.
Hell yeah.
I bet.
88, man. 88. That's when we did our first show
Hey,
together.
guys, can I say my favorite Super Bowl?
Oh, can you
Yeah, please.
Let me finish.
You just finished.
Oh, I thought he had another
We're
one.
not finished.
I got
man.
one more.
He's done.
I got one more. The Masters
gun or the
or the
canoe?
Ryder Cup?
Oh, the
Good
Masters.
question. Good question.
You're a master? Okay.
Masters. Oh, I
Okay.
did the Masters on Westwood Run Radio for 14 straight years. It's the best run sporting event on the planet.
That's
Oh,
right.
wow.
Keep hearing, man. It's crazy.
Why do you say that? Just curious.
It's so organized. I mean, you can still get a cup of coffee for $1.50 and get a sandwich for $3 1/4. They don't destroy you at the merchandise tent. They're not in it necessarily for making money. It's the grounds are immaculate. The people that run it everything is perfect. It is the perfect sporting event. And listen, they have the luxury of remember when there was all that controversy and they said, all right, to our sponsors, if you feel like you're getting heat, you don't have to sponsor the next couple of years. We're good with that.
Yeah, right.
And it's just like it's a really cool event, and they treat the customers, the patrons, like gold, and it is a special place.
Side note: Have you been able to play Augusta?
I played it once. I played it after one of the Masters that I worked. It was really, and so it was the day after. It was really cool.
What a perk of the job!
But you do play it from the members' tees, which is appreciably shorter than what they're playing it in the tournament. Like when I hit my tee shot at 9, I hit it down the right center of the fairway, and I was all the way down by the crosswalk.
Yeah,
and
right.
I stopped because my broadcast booth at the time, our tower was between the 9th and the 18th. So I could call 18, I could call 9, and through binoculars, I could call putts on 2. And I stopped where all the divots were. And all the divots were 187 yards, downhill, side hill lie. And all you see is the left bunkers. Where I hit my tee shot down by the crosswalk, all you saw was green. I can't imagine hitting a 187-yard shot downhill, side hill lie, and all you see are bunkers. You don't see the green, and the flag looks like it's just sitting there like this. So,
God,
no joke.
Richard Judge, how much money you want to lay in that there, buddy?
I could be. Hey,
okay,
Rich. Hey, I didn't know you like the golf.
You have to make this
Here comes the judge.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna have to make
Let's
that happen
go.
with these guys. Now, really quick, of course, we got to ask Biz because he wanted to answer that. Let's ask you this, Sam, first, Biz.
Yo,
The Manja podcast or the Giant Insider? Here we go. We're gonna drink.
Oh, I mean, Giant Insider.
Now you know. Now you got
Giant
to
Insider for
Hey.
sure.
And that was the last night of Manja podcast.
Yeah.
It covers everything, and then Manja kind of slips in there, So without question, a Giant Insider.
Well, the Manja also.
We just broke them up. What just happened here? We just broke them up today.
Yeah, it's like the Beatles. Well, you know what,
Dude?
It's not like
you
breaking
guys
up the
don't.
Beatles.
You
It's
guys,
more like breaking up the monkeys.
This is what we do all the time. We just break each other's balls. We break each other's balls all the time. This is what we do all day.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You guys.
Hey,
are
fellas,
awesome.
can I
Thank
say
you.
something quick?
Of course.
Yeah, please.
My favorite Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Bob, calling and not like that. It's still, to me, it's still 86. It's still 86.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Now, I get why Bob said 07 because of the undefeated. And that's not going to argue that. But me and Bob are the same age. So he's got me a couple years. He looks it too. So, but I was a season. I think I told you guys this before in previous pod. I was a season ticket holder with my dad in the 70s when the Giants, they couldn't cross midfield. And their only offense was Dave Jennings, the punter. That was it. And
Fourth and 40, Jennings to punt.
Right.
That was their offense.
Right. And Shepard used to go back to punt. Dave Jennings. That's all you heard. You know what I mean? So
And I think you heard the 4th and 40 a lot too.
And a fourth, yeah, that's true.
4th and 40, Jennings to punt.
And then, when they turned it around, there was a period of time, guys, that we never thought the Giants were going to win anything. Forget about it. So then in 81, with Ray Perkins, they win that one playoff game. Bobby Carpenter has a big game, running back 100 yards. They win in Philly. And then 82 and 83 is all bad again. We were like, we're done. And then Parcells takes over in 83. And we know, and then 84, they had that great draft. And we know what happened after that. But it was so special in 86 because we never thought the Giants would ever get there at the Super Bowl because they were so bad in the wilderness years. And
Biz, you're right. You're right because my family's from the Bronx. They grew up like a stone's throw from Yankee Stadium. My dad and my uncle were under the goalpost when Summerall made that controversial great field goal to beat the Cleveland Browns in the snow. Yeah, because we had a relative that was on the grounds crew. So my dad and my uncle, the people in the wheelchairs, they used to put them out in the outfield in Yankee Stadium near the end zone. So they would get in for free by wheeling in everybody. And, and then as Biz said, in the 70s, like it's Monday Night Football started at 9:00 and you wanted to at least stay up until Howard Cosell did the halftime highlights and you prayed like there might be a Giant highlight. Like, look at Ron Johnson run here. Look at him go. And then he goes for 36 yards, but the Giants lose anyway.
Right.
So and it was the same teams in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys, the Steelers, the Dolphins, you had the Raiders for a decade. So to Biz's point, we thought that Super Bowls were for other franchises, not for us. We weren't worthy of that. And they hadn't won a championship since 1956. It was 30 years. So I think it is very significant, Biz, that you bring that up because there's just a lot of Giant fans. That's why you see people crying after that one because we always thought it was for other people, other fan bases, not for us. We're not worthy of it. So that's a good call by you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. So let me tell you.
Holy leave the cannoli, take the gun. Jesus.
This is awesome.
Let me tell you.
I know it was a good point. That's why I made it. Thank you.
Fellas, in 86, right? When the Giants played the Washington Redskins in that championship game, I have never been to an event. I've been in a garden for Nick playoff games where the roof was going in the 80s.
Were you there for it?
Yeah, I was there for it. I was getting to that story. Before you interrupted me, I was getting to that story.
We were from the Bronx. We didn't have money like you. We couldn't get
See.
I sat up. And, don't worry about it. You made up for it now, Papa. All right, so
the ball breaking is
who's
just
the wrist
amazing.
There we go,
right
the
here.
wrist round.
Guys, should we go backstage and let them hash this out?
I'm sitting up in 306 out section, which didn't cost much money.
$35 a ticket back then.
In spite of what some people said, So, and I tell you guys, I never heard such a loud. I mean, I'll never forget that night. It was it was a late game. The wind blowing, the lights on, and there was papers all over the stadium, just blowing all over the stadium. And the Giants was just destroying Jay Schrader. I mean, there was a point when I remember guys in the fourth quarter. I think Harry had like an 8-gap blitz or something. Somebody blasted him from the middle. It wasn't Lawrence. Somebody blasted him from the middle. And Schrader was on the sideline. We could see, obviously, being in the stadium. And Schrader was like this on the side. And one guy, I don't know if it was Monk. Somebody was like holding him up. And we were in the stands going, Schrader's dead. I think Schrader's dead. He sat down on a bench, Schrader, like this. And he's just like looking up in the sky like this. And there was people in the section going, we killed Schrader. We killed Schrader. That's how big of a beating he got. And I mean, that building was because we were going to the Super Bowl, right? There was no beating the Giants that day. They could be playing to this moment, and it'll still be 17 off the Giants. There was no beating the Giants that day. And just to get to that Super Bowl.
When you ask those guys from that team,
yeah.
they'll tell you, the MVP of that day was Sean Landeta.
Yep.
Because remember, Sean Landeta had the whiff in 85. Because, everybody talks about the 85 Bears. The Giants were in that game in Chicago. They had a chance. They were, despite being beaten up and outplayed, they had a chance in that game. Landeta had the big whiff of the punt. And, they took the wind. They played the wind game because it was ferocious. And if you ask Carl Banks or you ask Mark Bavaro or you ask Harry Carson, the MVP that day was Landeta. He punted into and with that wind brilliantly to force Washington to have horrific field position, and he kind of controlled the game with his foot.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Bob, so tell me this: as you've gone pro now for a long time, but you started off as a fan. How do you turn the fan off in your brain as you're calling this game and try to call it without as least amount of bias as you can? Where that transition happened for you?
Well, as I started getting into the business, I was trained again by Marty Glickman. He was kind of my mentor. And, you learn that you have to be professional. You can't be screaming and just being a fan because you're serving, especially being in New York. And he always said being in New York is very different because there's people from all over that live in New York. So you are not only talking to the Giant fan, but you're also talking to other fans that happen to be listening.
Right.
So it's that if you look at it, Marv Albert was very good nationally. He's, associated with the Knicks and and all that other stuff, but he was great nationally. Mike Breen associated with the Knicks, great nationally. When Michael Kay goes national, he does a really good job with it. And many others, Vince Scully, he's a New Yorker with the Dodgers, but the national thing. So New York announcers tend to bring more of a national style broadcast to it. And you just learn to be professional. I'll never forget.
Bob, tell me the Ernie Grunfeld story.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you the Ernie. I was just about to go there. You're like a husband and wife now.
You guys have been hanging out.
Now they made up. They made up now. Look at it.
It's like
So
us
early in my career, in the late 80s, I'm doing the pre and the post game for the Nets as well as the Giants. They're on the same station, and I get an opportunity to fill in for Howard David. Right, he's the radio voice of the Nets, and he's going off to do the Winter Olympics. So I got I got 12 games in a row I'm going to do. And remember, Knicks fans couldn't get tickets to the Garden. So whenever the Knicks or the Celtics or the Lakers would play at the old Brendan Byrne Continental Airlines Arena, it was like a road game for the Nets. Right. So it's a Saturday afternoon and it's packed. And the Nets had a pretty good team. And they had a big lead and the Knicks start coming back. And in the Meadowlands Arena, the chant of defense, as if we were in Madison Square Garden. And Ernie Grunfeld at that point was the radio analyst for the Knicks, and we sat right next to each other. And the Knicks make this comeback, and they finish the game off, and they wound up winning the game. I think Ewing hits a couple foul shots, gets an offensive putback, whatever the case was. And the game ends. I take my headset off, go to commercial break. And, I grew up a hardcore Knicks fan. And I'm like, Ernie, that was amazing. That was unbelievable. And Ernie looks at me and goes, what do you mean? He goes, the Nets lost. I'm like, no, it was an unbelievable mid comeback. Did you see that? It was like, the crowd was great. And he said, hey, he goes, did you just do an NBA play-by-play of an NBA game? How old are you? At the time I was 25. He goes, you're 25 years old. You're doing play-by-play of the Nets in the NBA. He goes, did the Knicks give you a chance at 25 to do play-by-play? I said, no, I'm working with the Nets. He goes, remember who signs your paycheck. That's where your loyalty is. So you always got to remember, to kind of keep it balanced, understand what you're doing. And as far as, the Giants are concerned, yeah, we root for them. When they win, it makes my daily existence in this building a lot more tolerable. And it makes the food in the cafeteria taste better, interacting with everybody.
The food tastes better.
But you can't, but you have to serve the audience at the end of the day. And you got to be, one of the biggest criticisms I've gotten over the years, whether it's back in the day when you got fan mail, now it's through social media. Yeah. But Giant fans, one of the things, I love your play-by-play. And it's been said to me by some of the members of the ownership family at times as well. Can you not get so excited when the other team has a good play? And Marty Glickman always said to me, when you're doing the game, just picture you're sitting there with your friend and you're watching this game and you're really into it. And if someone on the other team makes an incredible play, are you sitting there saying, oh my God, he just made a one-handed catch, kept his feet up. Wow, that was interesting. No, you're like, holy cow. You have to get into it and portray that to the audience.
Very true.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Nailed it.
Guys, really quick. They got some great. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, go ahead.
The chat has some great questions here for Bob
and
Chris. Let's get to the questions here.
Shout out to the ManjaCast in the house.
That's Sergeant Mayhem. He's the best.
Oh yeah, Sergeant.
Good guy.
That guy.
How fun is it to watch Scatterbo run like an absolute maniac?
I bet it was incredible. It was incredible for the both of you guys, man. How was it?
Well, the thing that's a little underrated, and we saw this Biz during the spring practices and then at the start of training camp before he hurt his hamstring. I know he's like a rallying cry, he's tough. He's like almost like the running back Bavaro now, right? He's just plowing people. Yeah. But man, he's got really good vision. He's got a lot better vision than people think. And he sees things and he has a lot more acceleration than, he's not like a fullback. He's a running back who plays like a fullback. Yeah. And Biz, I don't know what you think, but I think his vision has been something that I think a lot of people slept on. He's a good back.
I've been talking about that, Bob. Matter of fact, when he had that run last week, when he hit the second level, I put it on X. I said, this is one of the things I've talked about since I've seen this kid. Watch his vision. Watch his feet. Watch his vision. And you know what's really impressed me, two boys, about him? How about his blocking?
I was going to say.
I was just about to say that.
He's not a one-trick pony.
In the Dallas game, was it perfect technique when he picked up that A-gap blitz? No, but he just threw his body into him. Boom! Right?
Yep.
And how about last week?
Willing blocker.
How about last week?
Yeah, that was shades of Bradshaw and Megan.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave Megan was a man.
And how about last week when Jaxson with the keeper? Well, who had the block in the second level?
Lead blocking.
Yeah, he was. Scat.
Yeah,
he plowed the road for him.
So by the way, that linebacker is a really good linebacker handler.
Yeah.
Real good. Leveled him out good. Yes, he did.
And Scatterbo's got pretty good hands too. Like he's a well-rounded back, and he's a psycho.
That's what you know. What? Hey, fellas, around draft time, I think we even talked about this, but that really impressed me. Watching film of Scatterbo at Arizona State, his hands was so friggin' impressive, man. And it wasn't just like a little flat pass into flat, little check downs. Oh, okay. He was making catches over his shoulder in Arizona State. Yeah. He was running those little flat routes, and he was making. He ran some angle routes, in Arizona State, and he has some good hands, man. His hands are impressive.
The NFL overthought this. They just overthought it, and the Giants reaped the benefits to get him in the 4th round. But it's plain and simple right there, man.
Hey,
Biz.
Biz.
Draft, man.
Hey, Biz, I kind of want to hear you do this.
Oh, yes. Biz.
What? Yeah, Biz. Can you read that one there? What is that?
This is you. This is you.
Papa, incredible. Bella Voce. Grande spettacolo.
Let's go.
He's making it up.
Hey.
It's just his rear end on a Tuesday.
Let's go.
I think that's what it means. It's just his rear end on a Tuesday.
Tuto's the best.
Tuto, thank you, Tuto.
Tuto, love you. Hey.
Love you, Tuto.
Oh, my God.
Okay, let's go.
I gotta meet this guy. You know what, guys?
We all gotta.
Tuto, man. We gotta meet this dude, man. Tuto, when you're in New York, New Jersey, you gotta let us know, man.
He frequents Princeton apparently, so we gotta meet him down there. Yes. We gotta meet him down there one time.
Hey, which guy just said he went to Princeton over the weekend?
This guy.
Where'd you go?
Anniversary.
Alchemist and Barrister to watch the games, and then we went to
where'd you go?
Tiger's
You say you went out?
Yeah.
Me and the wife go to Tiger's Tail all the time in Montgomery, buddy.
Let's go.
We gotta hit you
Wait
up
a
next
minute.
time.
Is there a Tiger's Tail in Princeton? No, you talk about the one.
Well,
in
no,
Montgomery.
it was on the way back home. We hit it. We hit it.
We hit Tiger's Tail, right, Val? We hit Tiger's Tail all the time. Love that place. Love it.
Hey, why don't you take this last question that came in? Because I think
that's right.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
Catch up with the supers.
This one?
So why does Scat shake his head in between plays?
Yeah, I was like,
he's
man,
got to put everything back together.
I thought he was getting everything together.
I gotta ask him.
I have a theory.
He's a different guy, man. I did something with all the rookies, with brand new season ticket holders that they had in the auditorium here, and he's just different, man. He's wired different.
Mm-hmm.
He sees things. He's a great guy. Like, he's a really cool dude, but he's just different. I think that's just like him being in the game, and it's just like he's getting himself like
ready to go.
Like, yeah, I think let's not mess with whatever he's doing.
I have a theory that he's like rebooting after mini concussions or something. But like, it's not like a twitch or something. He doesn't do that in meetings. It's just in game time. Like I didn't notice it until this past game. Yeah. Is he doing that all the time, or is it just on the field? Do you guys know?
He's got a lot of quirks, even just walking around the building.
Okay,
he's got a lot of quirks.
I think
he's just.
Yeah, we were at a last week. Dable's at a press. He's at the podium, and he's talking to us. And all of a sudden, here goes Scat. He's just walking by, yelling to himself. Whoa! He's just yelling at the sky. and Dable goes, "Well, that's just Scat," you know.
But Daves loves it. Like, he's just a football guy.
Yeah, look, Brian. Look, there's certain personalities on his team that Brian feels are his personality. One of the reasons why he's so in love, why he loved Josh Allen so much, and why he loves Jaxson and guys like Scat and even Malik, okay? Yeah. Because they got that dog mentality, that fiery dog mentality. And Dable sees himself a lot in guys like that. And, because Dable is a fiery dude. Mm-hmm. He's going to come out with us and he'll give us the standard bullshit answers. I know that. But trust me, and Bob knows him better than me. He's a fiery dude, Daves. He's a competitive, fiery guy, right, Bob? He's a fiery friggin' guy, man.
You should see him walking around the building during the day.
Let me tell you.
I mean, walking around like guy, outside.
Oh,
yeah. Up and down the hall, outside.
Oh, literally outside.
Really outside. Okay. All right, listen.
Likes to clear his head. Take a little walk.
In the locker room, when they, like the other day after the win, in the locker room, he's literally, guys, walking around like this. Like, he's jacked up from the win. He's jacked up from the win, man. He's just like fiery, you know what I mean? So, hey, look, it's been tough times around here the last few years, So, but Daves feels that he's got his Josh Allen. He feels he's got his Josh Allen. Whether or not that happens, we'll see. But that's what he feels. I got my guy. We're gonna run from here, So.
Oh yeah, love it.
Hey, go down swinging.
For the Biz is Italian. Bartlett coming back. I think he just wanted to send you some love, Biz.
Thank you, Bartlett. I heard a lot about you, Bartlett. You're the man, brother.
He is the man.
Bartlett, we just sent you some gear that'll get to you Thursday.
Oh, he got it.
Believe,
He got,
by the way. Mailed
got
it
it.
today.
Got it. Oh,
okay.
Great.
And C's with a heart in a good place here.
Yeah.
How do we get a banner for Mara? Hashtag Mara
Fly
strong.
over that stadium. Yeah.
We need to rally. I mean, I love
that would be so cool.
Anything we can do.
Someone did that.
It just makes you realize very quickly football is one thing, and that's a whole different thing. Then, like, I saw the Giants family come together in a good way over this news, which I'm sure hits home for a lot of us. But anything we can do to be a part of, we are more than happy to be involved.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I thought what you put on X, Hefe, was welcomed. It was finally somebody who gets it on X. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It just quickly,
because you know what, as we quickly realize, this football shit don't mean shit, right?
Nothing.
Right.
So so a little prayer to John and everything like that, man.
It's another testament to the respect that he has. And I know Giant fans have been very upset about the way the team has been over the last 10 years and, the 2 playoff appearances and a lot of just blah, nothing in between. And they lost 14 out of 15 games before they won on Sunday. They lost 9 out of their last 10 home games. I don't have to give you all the numbers, but the respect that he has, I'll give you a perfect example of it. Like, this stuff started leaking out about him dealing with some health issues. And you notice not one national writer wrote it. And there are some guys that knew about it, but they were like, out of respect for him, no one really wanted to go run with this story and get the clicks or whatever. Like, everybody just kept it quiet. And then the team made their announcement yesterday and released the statement. But that shows you a lot of respect for him. That not one of these wild cards out there decided to write some story and post it. That tells you a lot.
Has he been around the building at all, or is he just he's stepped
Oh yeah.
Oh, he is? Okay.
He's been at practice.
Doing the same thing. Coming into the cafeteria, waits online for his sandwich at lunch, just like everybody. I mean, the players are in there, the coaches are in there, everybody that works in the building all comes in at lunchtime, and it's not like he walks in and cuts the line and gets his sandwich or gets his soup or makes his salad or whatever is on all the hot things that are there. He grabs his plate, he waits online, and that's what he does. Awesome. Hasn't changed.
Yeah, maybe it's a win for John. Shout out to Monty. Maybe win for John this weekend and beyond. Hopefully the team can rally a little bit for him too. That'll be nice.
It's not going to be an easy game, man. It's not going to be an easy game.
Let's talk about that real quick before we let you guys go, because we want to let you guys go. We've carried you guys. Thanks again, both of you guys.
Your 15 minutes is almost up with us. Thank you so much.
We're ready.
Yeah, right.
Really quick.
Look at that was great.
Look at that.
There it goes.
You're ready to go. You're ready
Holy
to go.
crap.
Let's go.
We're ready. There's
Look at
your
this.
defense.
So
ready.
real quick,
That's incredible.
do you think the Giants win this game, a big game, because we have to win it, right? Dable has to win it. You have to win this game. Do the Giants take care of business on Sunday?
I think they're going to take care of business on Sunday. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be. I know they're 0-4. They played Buffalo really tough. One of the other games that they got blown out in, there was a bunch of special teams plays. But
Seattle game.
I'm telling you, they got 11 sacks on the season. They got veteran guys like Cam Jordan. Granderson's playing well. Obviously, Demario Davis. They got some good young corners. Like, this is not a bad football team. Okay, and they got bad quarterback play, right? Like, we all know that. Spencer Rattler's winless, but they got issues on the offensive line. Biz, I told you, Cesar Ruiz, the guard, who's a really good player, he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and they don't know if the veteran, the guy that they got from Tennessee, I'm trying to pronounce his name, Radins, he's been dealing with a toe injury. So this guy, Torricelli Simpkins, rookie undrafted free agent out of South Carolina, evidently, he has kind of handled his business kind of nasty on the offensive line, they said in the spring and during training camp. Think of sort of like what James Houston James Hudson brought to the Giants, like that edge. Now he went batshit crazy in Dallas.
Yeah.
But before that, so they say this guy Simpkins brings a little nastiness to that offensive line. Now he still is a rookie and he's undrafted, but he could be the guy that fills in for Ruiz. So I keep my eye on that.
Okay. Dex, gotta eat, Dex. What do you think, Chris? You got is this a dub or Is this going to be
Scott? I tell you, this is going to be a close 16-13 type game. And I tell you what, fellas.
Okay.
New Orleans is 0-4. Spencer Rattler does not even have an NFL win yet. But they're sitting there building right now, game planning, and they will say to themselves, well, here's a great opportunity to get our first win of the season against these guys. It's going to be a loud crowd, even though they're 0-4. Those people still love the Saints football down there. They smell victory, too. They smell their first victory coming. I think, I would feel a lot better, fellas, if Malik was in the lineup, man, if Malik was playing. Without Malik, I just don't feel like great. I think, look, like Bob said, me and Bob were talking about the rosters last night. And, even though the Saints are 0-4, fellas, I don't know if you guys do this, but this is the way I approach it. I look at every damn stat, every damn game, and you look at the 0-4 Saints, and you say to yourself, "Whoa, boy, look at this Bills game. Look at this game. They could have won a couple plays here and there. Now that your record is what your record is, I get it. But if you think you're going to go in there and whip up on an 0-4 Saints team, it's not happening. I'm telling you now, it's not happening. I think this is good. Yeah, Pop.
No, they have to start quick in this game.
No early turnovers. You know?
I mean, because the Saints are. Let me get the numbers here. In 13 teams are 13 appearances in the red zone against them. They've given up 10 touchdowns. So you got to make. Wandale's got to hold that ball on the fourth down play.
Big time.
They and listen, Kamara. What are his numbers here? Kamara, 4 games against the Giants, 4.7 a pop, 3 touchdowns. He's run for over 100 yards against them twice. The Giants haven't been devastating stopping the run. So, if he gets going and they stay balanced, but I think what you really want to do in this football game, right, is get up on him early and then get the heat on Rattler, who has never won a game in the National Football League. But the Giants, one of the things they have to get better at, is their second down defense.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
How many times this year have teams had 2nd and 12 and 2nd and 13, and they get 11? And suddenly now it's 3rd manageable. They've got to be more consistent on 2nd and long defense. And remember, the Saints now have tape of Jaxson Dart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Weiss said it on our show last week when he came on. He said, I guarantee you Harbaugh was wishing Russell Wilson was still playing. And he didn't want to have to deal with Jaxson Dart and what he brings to the table with his legs. Saints now have a game on tape. But I still think the Giants win the football game.
I agree with you. I think the defense is just getting going. If Shane Bowen stays aggressive, make Rattler as uncomfortable as possible, I think Jaxson Dart can do enough. And I think he's going to use his legs a ton in this game.
I tell you this right now, and I said this during the 15-minute post game when the Giants. I said the Giants have an identity. The Giants are a run team offense first, and if they got a pass to extend the drive, they will. Not to say Jaxson Dart's a slouch at passing the ball. It's just that's what they look to do to help a rookie quarterback is to run the ball a whole lot more than what they used to. So I think we're going to get more of that. We're going to use his legs a lot. Again, I don't know what his hammy's looking like. With him coming back, hopefully it's good enough. But I think this team's going to run a lot, man. And like Papa said, it's going to be a low-scoring type of game, 16-13 type of game for the Giants here. But I think they win. I think they'll definitely win.
I tell you one thing, though. When I did my depth charts, I don't know if you could see it on their defense. I almost had a heart attack. You can't see it.
No.
Hold it in front of your chest. That's the only way. But we see a lot of work.
I almost had a heart attack. When I was putting the depth chart together, their corners. Isaac Yadam is still in the league.
Oh
my God!
I would have never thought of his name again.
He's playing pretty. Hey, Pop, he's not playing bad either, brother.
That's wild.
No way.
Isaac Yadam.
No way. He's still in the league.
I haven't heard that in years.
Oh, Isaac Yadam. Isaac Yadam started.
Listen, he's got 16 tackle for a loss. No PDs though.
Wow. Jeez, I never thought. But guys, man, holy cow. We have legends in the building. Honestly, I just want to say thank you so much.
Legend. Only one legend here. That's me, brother. Not me.
Come on, Biz. Come on. But shout out to our guys, man. Mr. Bob Papa, thank you so much for stopping by the show and giving us your time,
When the next bitch dropping?
Yeah,
Oh,
listen.
that's a question.
If the Yankees get swept or lose the series, you better believe this Mets fans are going to come at the Yankee fans.
I'll be getting it. I know I'll be getting a call for sure. And
Wait, let me ask you something though. Would you rather be rooting for your team in the playoffs than at home watching?
Listen, it's too soon. It's too soon.
You heard him in that video. He said, "Go soft."
Here we go. Listen to that Yankee.
soft.
Listen to that Yankee. Listen to that Yankee mentality. Oh my God!
Listen
You haven't
to the
won a
dead
World
end
Series
kid
in
over
about
here.
40 years.
Listen to the dead end kid over here. Thinking big balls.
When was the last time they won a World Series? Yeah. Oh God, stop.
09.
Biz, 27. Here it comes. 27.
It was long. Wait a minute. Who said it wasn't that long ago? It was long ago.
09.
Right?
Yeah, that's long ago.
It goes long.
The Sox have won about 3 of them since then. Come on.
Right?
Liz, I think it's time you go now. I think this was a good show.
And of
No, we
course,
love you guys. Thank you.
Really quick, shout out or pitch whatever you guys have going on. We have 1,432 people watching. So thank you. What do you guys have going on, man? Let the people know before you go.
Because you go first.
All right. At Giant Insider, podcast and newspaper. Follow on X at Giant Insider. And don't forget the Magicast with this guy over here to my right with Bob Papa. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming down the pike on the Magicast. Special guests coming on. And Pop, hey, Pop, I'm working
Like
on
the Brady
Jackson.
Bunch.
Listen to me. I'm working on
Till
Jackson.
one day
brother.
when the lady met this fellow.
Was much more. All right, let's know. I could go through it. This would be great.
Yeah.
But
So Jackson, so Jackson Dart loves a restaurant that me and Papa brought me to. Became friends with the owners. Right? Jackson loves the place. I'm working on Jackson, Pop, about maybe doing something special.
Oh, Antique Barn Bakery.
can I be a customer there that day? I mean, just let us know. We'll be customers.
So
We'll be customers.
I'm trying to work on
so
some things. Jackson's a great kid. We're trying to get something going on.
Magicast, Believe Network, Banks and I will drop a game preview. He's been pouring over the tape of the Saints. So he'll drop, I think we'll drop that on Friday. And of course, Banks with the X's and O's on the Dable show that I think drops on Thursday and then airs on MSG throughout the weekend. And he and Dave's, every week they sit in the auditorium there and they kind of go through some plays. So it gives you some real coach's insight as to what they're looking on those things. So check it all out and make sure you listen to the game on Sunday. If you're driving around, you got to go to your kids' sporting events or whatever you're doing. Maybe you got to go see your mother-in-law. Make sure you check us out on the radio.
Because of the
Let's
best.
go.
The best in the biz.
If you want to sync it, I'll tell you how to sync it.
Yes.
Hey, that'll be great.
My parents have mastered it. So it really depends on how you watch and how you listen. Like if you're listening through Odyssey or Sirius or on your computer, and then what your delay is. So what I tell my audience is this. You'll know like right before the opening kickoff which one is ahead of the other. And when I say Gano, but now in this case, Mikatumney, or if I say Groupie for the Seahawks, when I say as he approaches the ball approaches the ball, kicks it, and we're underway, that's where you hit play and release, pause, or pause the other one, and you can sync it. The only problem is during commercials, if you change the channel, you got to do it all over again.
Yes.
Coming out of the break. It's a pain in the ass.
So don't move. Once you have it right, just don't move. Just leave.
Hey, that could be a bit.
There you go.
Yeah, hey.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you guys are available to do a sketch, we'll make it happen.
If you guys want in, we can make this happen. We just like a quick phone call. We could write something up real quick for you.
Oh yeah,
let us know. Sounds good.
That'd be great.
Sounds
You
good.
guys are the best.
We love you guys.
Thank you so much, man. Bob Papa, Chris the Biz, Visiting Nano, guys. Let's go. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thank you, boys.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, gentlemen. Talk soon, boys.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, brother. Oh man, what a show! What a show with the legends here in the building.
Wow.
And listen, the Biz would be like, "I'm not a legend. It's Bob Pop." No, these guys are legends, both of them equally, man. So, but to have the voice here finally, to have Biz here, Incredible night. So, first off, man, wow, 1,452 people watching. Thank you so much, man. You guys don't understand the support is very important. So thank you so much. Shout out to the Revivalists of the Year, Bartlett. Shout out to everybody here that pretty much donated the super.
We saw
chat.
some new
Thank you
names
so
out
much.
there, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the new names we see out there. Yeah,
and we do have a couple that we just didn't get to, so I don't want to ignore them, and I apologize because we are desperately trying to keep up with supers. And but
we appreciate you, Big E.
Sorry, we appreciate you. It was very cold. He told me super cold. Thank you so much, Big E. We appreciate you.
Super cool.
Oh,
Chris Beast, what's your favorite dish? See,
that would have been.
I think he said spaghetti or ravioli. He said ravioli. If he had to pick,
he went with ravioli. Yeah. So we have a little insight to that. Just
no grilled chicken involved. You saw their reaction. I love when Italians talk about food. The fire in their eyes.
There's sacrilegious things that you cannot do. Like you there's certain things that if you do them, you should go to jail, food jail.
Yes.
They never come out.
Dude, it's when I went to Ireland and I was in the Guinness factory and I saw these people making and drinking beer. It's the same look in their eye. Like this is everything. And it tastes.
How dare you do it this way?
Bartlett, baby. Defense put offense in great scoring positions. 28-17 Giants. Oh. Jaxson Dart, 2 rushing TDs and 1 pass. Honestly, could totally see it. I think he's gonna. I don't know, Speed. You said you got him in fantasy, right? I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a great play this week. He's gonna have a ton of rushing yards, at least 1 rushing touchdown. I think the Giants win. We want to do some score predictions here.
Yeah, I think it's a low-scoring game, man. Low-scoring game, 13-16, man, Giants.
Okay. For me, I'm going to say 19-13. 19-13. I'm going to say it's going to be a field goal fest. We're going to get a couple of touchdown in there. I think the defense continues to do their thing. They get after. Dex is going to own this backup center. He's going to own the middle right there. And shout out to Darius Alexander. Very good showing. Very good showing last week. He's just, this is going to be scratching the surface for him. And that front 4, man, or front 5 is eating. And they're going to continue to eat. And that's the game plan. Get ahead, let them eat, and we will win.
Dude, Brian Burns is exactly what we paid for and picked up and beyond. He's leading the league in sacks. He's all pro level. He is that dude. And you got Thibodeau playing the best ball of his life. You got Abdul Carter coming into his own. Dexter Lawrence has been revived. That play is exactly what he needed and this defense needed. As like, hey, we are a force. Watch this, right? And he was this close to scoring.
Drew it up.
That defense, they should be feeling super confident. They should make this quarterback's life absolute fucking hell.
Yes.
And I think the Giants absolutely win this game. I think it's a weird score, like 23-18, something like that. Giants pull it out.
I like that. And I just want to say one thing because you brought his name up. Kayvon Thibodeau, now, sir, I've been kicking your back in for a long time here on New York Revival. But I have to say, you're making me eat my words this season, sir.
We love it.
You're playing an incredible – you're having a great year right now. Keep it up, young man. I knew you had it in you. As I said before, I was only kicking your back in because I know you had it in you. And guess what, man? You said enough is enough. I'm tired of hearing it. And now you're playing well. Now listen now. Don't take your foot off the gas. Okay? Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep going, young man. Go out there like you're hungry each and every play and each and every game, man. But good job, man. You're having a good year so far, man. Congrats.
And I'll say this. So I want to ask you guys real quick. If you had to choose one pass rusher to get a pressure, if the last play of the game, who are you taking right now? Because Abdul Carter, I know he doesn't have the sacks, but he's getting in there, dude.
He leads the leagues in pressure as far as rookies.
Yeah. Like KT's getting in there too. Burns has been all pro. Are you guys going Burns or is there someone?
I'm going Abdul because that stat is a stat, right? For a reason. So the guy's he's getting the pressures. He's not finishing, unfortunately, because of the guys are moving around or whatever the case is. But I say Abdul Carter, man. He's going to continue to put pressure on people. I can't say pressure for some reason. I have no idea.
What do you know?
Yeah,
you can't say 60. It's okay. Things.
You're right. There we go. Pressure.
And Bob called me out on it. He's like, you couldn't say pressure. You
love
could say
that.
60.
I love that he actually watches the sketches. He knew he got every reference, and he stayed for the outtakes.
Yeah, that was amazing. Told you that was. You know what? Can I get a little credit here? Because I know I don't make people laugh or whatever, but I was like, these guys need to get it done.
You did make us. You did make us do
on
it.
us.
What is you doing? And listen. You had Bob Papa see it. You see? Come on, guys. Show me.
You never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching. Just keep making them. Just keep making them.
Put my foot in their ass there to get this done. I'm happy you guys got it done. An incredible video, by the way. Absolutely incredible. Shout out to my sister, man. By the way, that's featured on there too. Shout out to her, man. She did an incredible job. And she was like, "We're acting here, dear." Shut up,
what do you
Spirit.
know? It's his acting.
In her first sketch, she's giving you the line.
One acting class in college and thinks she's Meryl Streep over there.
Yo, you want something crazy? Right. What's something crazy? I think she brought that extra oomph out of you too in this one.
She did.
I ain't gonna lie.
I knew she would kill it. She's a big personality. She's not shy. She's confident. I knew she would come in and just like completely own it. And she's like, I couldn't even post all the outtakes, but she was amazing. Like off camera, she's like, "Who wrote this?" I wouldn't say hi to the wife and the kids. That's not how I talk. And Speed's like, "Okay, Meryl, like, just read the fucking line, Meryl."
Yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about big personalities? The first time I walked in and met her, is like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shoot." Same thing with Hemp's wife.
We are a loud bunch. We are a loud bunch over here.
Can we do this again? Can we make that night happen again?
We got it.
Yes, we are along.
We had an incredible
next birthday because that was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, right. No. Yours is coming up, Muff. Don't you try to duck. Yours is coming up. Yeah, and I know you said you was gonna do something. We'll talk off the air. Guys, shout out to the 1,489 people in the building. Want to thank you so much for watching, man. What a show! On behalf of my.
It does.
Yes,
dude. Yes. Eli has kicked my ass. Like when I get tired of doing the backyard sketches, he's like, "You get your fucking ass at that computer and you write a sketch and you record it."
Yes.
Like you go do that right now and you don't think twice. And he has gotten me out of several ruts over the years, dude. Several. He is that dude.
Nah, listen, you guys are the geniuses. It's just sometimes you got to push the geniuses to be a genius. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it makes sense to me. And sometimes you got to push the guys that create some great stuff to go, yo, get it done. Like you guys do what you do. And listen, these guys push me. I never put a video out in my life. I'm putting videos out every week.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys pushes me to do something that I'm uncomfortable doing. So we all push each other here. And this is what makes New York Revival so incredible. And guys, if you haven't noticed, we've been busting our ass for you guys this season. And now it's going to be beyond. We're doing 3 shows a week now. We're doing sketches. We're doing post-game shows. We're doing everything. So the more support you guys give us, the more we'll put out. So we want to say thank you. Bear with us. We have merchandise coming soon. We finally have something to get that going. So we'll have merch again up for you guys soon. So guys, let's get out of here, man. Holy shoot. But half of my brothers, man, you guys know who they are. It's Mr. Glass half full of nets.
Speed the genius.
Let's go.
I like that, little spider. I like that. And of course, my brother with the big cojones, the amazing, trailblazing humor god himself, El Jefe, is in the building. And of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. We see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Nate, take us home.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Revival!
Let's go.